Let's look at the best and most challenging days for our month of September, a yin wood rooster. And that in of itself is a conflict because the rooster being yin metal and the stem sitting on top being yin wood are in opposition with each other, kind of like scissors cutting flowers in a garden. It's going to be an interesting month, my friends, and knowing what days we can really work with and which days we want to duck and hide will be very helpful to make sure that you're getting through the month easily, peacefully, productively in all ways. So welcome. My name is Lydia Griffith. This is the Feng Shui and Bazi Chinese Astrology channel. On this channel, I often read the charts of famous people because I think it helps us to better understand our own lives and our own charts. So welcome. I will be putting together, I've been doing kind of a monthly for the United States and a monthly for our President, Donald Trump, because I think right now with all that's happening in this country, it is helpful for us to understand this bigger collective story. So again, if this speaks to you, would love for you to subscribe, be part of the channel. I have lots of beautiful changes in store as we move into the autumn season. So going to take you through the days, and then once you've got this on your calendar, come back. I do weeklies, kind of gives you a refresh, and then dailies. And it's just taking it down, down, down. So again, we can really navigate these days, these weeks, and this month to the best of our ability. When we flow with astrology, we become less a victim of life. It's not that we gain control. No, 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 no. We surrender and lean into the astrology, accepting that some days are just not good days for doing certain things, and some days are. When we dance with the flow of chi, life becomes a surrendered allowing, and you start to realize the more that you release control, lean into the astrology, lean into the chi of the moment, life begins to flow towards you organically, exactly the way it was meant to. And yes, sometimes that leads to really tough things happening, but it can also surprise you with beautiful things you never would have created for yourself if you were gripping control and narrating your everyday. So yeah, let's get into it. Here we go. So we're going to start on the 8th because that's the first day of the month. And we're going to flow all the way to the first day of October is the 9th, according to the Chinese calendar, the lunar calendar. So the 8th is the day after our Pisces full moon with an eclipse. First day is a yang metal dragon. The yang metal is a very heavy hand coming down on the dragon, which is the earthly expression of spring. The dragon rules the month of April. Many parts of the country, April, we are full on, the gardens are blooming and things are sprouting and the trees have leaves again. That yang metal is like a plow or a tractor right on top of all that. It's almost like bringing in the harvest before you've even grown the crop. And that's how we start the month of a very outspoken rooster. Think about the rooster. What does it do? Wakes you up. What do you need to wake up to? What truth do you need to speak? And sometimes that's just in your journal and it doesn't need to be out loud. Though it can be helpful to read the words out loud for your own healing journey. So we start the 8th, and that's a Monday. We have just had an eclipse in Pisces with a full moon. Go into this week super cautious, slow, allowing yourself to feel all this floaty energy. The dragon in and of itself, even with that heavy yang earth on top of it, it's a very floaty day, very dreamy. I just wouldn't push yourself to really get anything really specific done. Might be a day to tinker around and play around with some things, move stuff around on your desk, look like you're doing something, that kind of thing. Great day to meditate, be in nature, do some journaling. Because again, you're going to be in this very weird little place after this eclipse. And you want to be able to feel into it so that you can say, what do I really need in this moment as you go through the day? The 9th is a yin metal snake. And this feels kind of sizzling, popping, electrical. Not a good day to be rewiring a house. I'll say that. Not a good day to be rewiring a car or anything electrical in nature. Could also be, aside from the mundane world, very psychic, especially given, again, this eclipse kind of fog, mist, spiritual essence that we are dancing in for September anyway. Again, it is beautiful to bring Western and Eastern astrology together so that we get the full picture. It's a very spiritual day for communicating in a 5D way, which is something that I have done a whole lot of this summer. And now we're in autumn. According to the Chinese calendar, August is the beginning of early autumn, and September is full expression of autumn. And then the month of the dog, October, is late autumn. Living more in 5D is living more in communication with sacred places, also with communicating with animals, with plant medicine, with trees. Love to sit with a tree. It's one of my favorite things to do these days. And just lean into her, breathe into it, and amazing what will come from that. Always bring a journal. You never know if you're going to be inspired by a new project, a new creative thing, and all kinds of information can come through those silent sittings in nature. So I think that's a really cool day for that. The 10th is a yang water horse. And this is very emotional, passionate, activated, but the emotions are flowing. So again, you know how I love to string our days together. We come into this very dreamy Monday with this dragon that's kind of oppressed, almost like people are trying to get you to manifest stuff. And you're like, man, I just got started. Give me a breath. Give me some space. Use your words and use those healthy boundaries in a loving, kind way to say, not today. Meeting, great, love to, not today. You want me to finish that project? Gotcha, but not today. Don't need to say I'm sorry. Don't need to give a reason, just not today. And then on Tuesday, you've got this super psychic, super veils thin between the worlds day to really lean into other realms of communication, which is what the month of the rooster is all about. How are you communicating? And then on Wednesday, big emotions. You may be crying. You may be crying for absolutely no reason. You're just feeling all the feels. And the horse is passionate, a little impulsive. It's very activated. but emotionally charged. And then the 11th, Thursday, all of this energy, you feel it, right? You can see the story playing out. Thursday is brilliant. The water has eased from yang form to yin, sitting on a sheep. The sheep with the rooster month and the snake year is the combo platter for writing a new song, learning an instrument, turning on music and dancing and singing, car dancing and singing. I like to do that. Turn your steering wheel into a drum, tap your foot on the floor. Kind of fun. Be safe. But it's super expressive, very creative. And we all create. You can create a spreadsheet. You can create a budget. You can create a painting. Very different, but they're still creations. So lean into your specific talent and free yourself into that with all that's been coming down the pipeline through the week. Friday, come to a full stop, friends. Yang, wood, monkey. Monkey is yang metal. Metal that cuts the wood. Conflict. On top of the conflict within the day itself is a semi-fire penalty of the monkey and the snake. It's chaotic. It is loud. It is also creating a semi-metal trio with our rooster. It feels like what's going on with my money, what is going on with my communication, what is going on. It could even feel like a Mercury retrograde kind of day, the way that this looks. It is just conflicted as hell. So when you look at the journey of the week, how it all kind of fed into each other and then we reach this day of great creation, innovation, momentum to produce something, we come to a full stop on Friday. Because whatever you presented, somebody went and chopped it up. Like an over edit of your film, an over edit of what you wrote. Your budget got rejected. You've got to redo it all. It's a real caution day. Saturday, the 13th, is a yin wood rooster. And this is double rooster. So it's a Saturday that is super loud. It is the megaphone. It is people out expressing themselves. Outspoken. Also very flashy. Great day for a fashion show. Then Sunday, we wrap that first week of the month up with a yang fire dog. This is inflamed. This is like a weekend of full expression. And if it is about standing up against your government or laws or whatever's going on and you're protesting, this is like a 2-day event. It is super inflamed. It is a call for justice. That being said, it can also be a day when the government is very hot, very inflamed. And there's a semi-metal trio just to throw a little detonated bomb into this. Hopefully not literally. Then, so coming through this week, first red flag day is September 12th. Big X on your calendar for that day. And our X days are simply days to be more quiet, travel less, speak less, just kind of go down your own little quiet hole. Go in your room, close the door, and come out the next day kind of thing. All right, so the 15th is another Big X day. This week is unlike the first week of September. Is The 15th, the 18th, the 19th are not happy days. We start the week with a yin fire pig. The pig is the enemy of our year of the snake. There is opposition. Just the yin fire on top of the pig that's yang water with yang wood is conflicting. It's sizzling. It's steamy kind of conflict. It could be like, especially hitting romantic relationships comes to mind. It's your comfort zone is invaded. It is very discomforting, very much about dis-ease. And then on the Tuesday, the 16th, we have a yang earth rat. That yang earth is heavy on yin water, and yang earth absorbs the water. So look at the oppression of people gathered comes to mind for me. It's like this big, and yang earth, I always think of government, not military, that's yang metal, but government, Justice Department, that kind of thing, the law, right? And the rat is people gathered. It can also be your money. Is there an oppression to the flow of money? Is there oppression to the gathering of people? Then on the 17th is a yin earth ox. This is a full metal trio. And with this, it is a very industrious day. Great day after we have had a kind of weird start to this week. Very oppositional, confronted, very oppressed. Just like there's something that feels really uncomfortable about the 15th and 16th. But the 17th, we're rolling up our sleeves. We're using the intuition of the snake. We're using the outspoken boldness of the rooster and the grit and strength of the ox. Those three together, yeah, yang metal, like a plow driving its way through. Great day to really get into a big project and get it done. Then on the 18th, semi-fire penalty, yang metal tiger. And the tiger being yang wood, yang metal, that's conflict within the day and the semi-fire penalty. This is trouble brewing. And watch how you do this day. And so what I would say about the 17th is, even though it's super industrious, you've got the intuition and you've got the mojo and the confidence and the feeling to be outspoken and taking action and getting stuff done. When you read the room of this week, it's not the time to launch. It is not the time to hit publish. It is a time to do all of that great work that you did on Wednesday, the 17th. And tuck it aside for when it's safe to let it out, to hit release, to hit publish. All right. So Thursday, the 18th, big X on that day. It is watch how you do this day, for sure. The 19th is a conflict. Again, we have yin metal sitting on top of yin wood of a rabbit. And the rabbit is all about negotiation and harmonizing. But again, we have a day that is conflicted within itself. And then the rabbit and the rooster are conflicted, because just like that yin metal sitting on top of the rabbit of the day, the rooster is also yin metal. So it's kind of like the flowers are blooming and everybody's coming in with scissors and they cut all the flowers. And now the bees and butterflies and hummingbirds are sad. It's just layers and layers of conflict. Sabotage, sabotaging negotiations, a lot of disharmony. And so as we have tripped all over this very unfortunate week, we come to Saturday. It's a yang water dragon. It feels purifying, cleansing. That yang water, like a waterfall with the image of the dragon, right? There is a flow into innovative, really cool projects. It is how you emotionally are leading yourself through this day. And that emotion can be open heart. It can be very much in harmony with the world around you and shedding the skin. Thank you, Snake, for that teaching. Shedding the skin of the week. Don't drag whatever happened into your Saturday. Try to leave it at the door of Friday. And then Sunday is a yin water snake. And that yin water is kind of like throwing little sprays of water into the fire and hearing that sizzle. But it's also a very deeply intuitive day. Thin veils, again, with this eclipse season. It's a beautiful day to connect to nature and your spiritual, religious path, however that is for you. Then we're going to get to the 22nd. And this week has a couple bumps, but I don't think it's as rough for sure as that second week of September. So the 22nd, Monday, is a yang wood horse. That's in harmony. Wood feeds the fire. This is solid, grounded action to stand in your light proudly. I love this for a Monday. It's like I am here. I am passionately engaged in all of this, and I'm ready to go. The 23rd, it's almost like you're feeling a freshness. Oh, and this is the day, sorry. Oh my gracious, back up. Sunday, the 21st, is the solar eclipse with the new moon. And I believe that's in Virgo. And another eclipse. Wow. And a double snake influence day and year with the rooster. Holy smokes. Yes, the 21st, deeply spiritual day. Go for a hike, take your journal, go sit with a tree or a mountain, or go sit in the water. Wow, so cool. And then, of course, to arrive on the 22nd with a horse, a yang wood horse, is such a beautiful way to take that energy from Sunday and run with it in such an innovative, passionate, impulsive way. It's like there's almost like something in you has been freed from that eclipse. Remembering the new moon that I ended my big walkabout trip that I did for 33 days, ended it on the 23rd of August, and now we have another new moon, but an eclipse on the 21st. So amazing. And then, this is such a beautiful lineup after that shitty week we had. We come into the Dragon Saturday, the Snake Eclipse New Moon Sunday, and then Monday, the horse. Tuesday, Yin Wood Sheep. Innovation off the charts. Create, 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 express, express in all your ways. Use the freedom from the day before. Unshackle yourself, friends. Then on the 24th, boom, Big X Day. It was all rainbows and sunshine for 4 days. And then, explosive. It's a yang fire monkey. And a reminder that the monkey is yang metal. It is explosive. It is a semi-fire penalty. I would not travel on this day. This feels like a car wreck. This feels like a plane crash, a train crash. I guarantee, unfortunately, around the world, there will be really major accidents, explosions, war. But this could also be like, for instance, the Fed finally lowering the interest rates and things shift in the economy somehow. This could be a really great day for the stock market and cryptocurrency. But the 24th is a Wednesday, and it is a caution day to not travel, to not try and fix anything that you did on Monday and Tuesday. You will make it worse or break something. Then on the 25th, Yin Fire Rooster, again, it's opposition in the day, metal and fire. It's sizzling. It could still be something really doing well with money. It could be really not good for something electrical. And it's a caution to how you do this day. Watch your words, watch your actions. Double rooster, it could be very arrogant and cocky. Remembering each of these Chinese horoscope animals have their shadow. So, interesting, right? Friday, Yang Earth Dog. This is strong use of justice. This is government overreach of power. This is very strong earth energy. It could be very much about justice. It could be very much about standing up for the underdog, standing up for those who can't take care of themselves, those who are oppressed. It is a day that is all about justice, but also government. Then the 27th is a conflict day. This is Yin Earth Pig. It is discomfort, dis-ease. It is because it's a Saturday, we could possibly lean into this being a day that we retreat to avoid the conflict of the pig and the snake, and do a self-care day. Go to a spa. Go on a retreat for that weekend. Do something that waters your soul, makes your heart sing just for you on that day. We end that week with a Yang Metal Rat. It's a very social day. Look at your wealth. Look at your budget. Yeah, very interesting, right? Then we're going to look over at this last full week of September, the 29th. We have a Yin Metal Ox. It's a day that, we kind of had a little bit of a few bumps, hard bumps last week. But for the most part, I'm hoping that we were able to really divine some beautiful things out of it as well. And when we get to the 29th, after Sunday being a day of kind of like reassessing maybe our friend groups, looking at who we're associated with, looking at who we're hanging out with, how we're socializing, how we're also using our money. We come to Monday, the 29th, a Yin Metal Ox, and it's a day that's a big effort day, a day of hard work with vision, with innovation, opportunity for you to shine. Love this day. But then the next day, Tuesday, is a Yang Water Tiger, and we've got a semi-fire penalty. You just ran off the cliff. Whatever you did on Monday, be really careful what direction, specifically direction you're going down, because on Tuesday you're going to feel lost and maybe disoriented. Again, it's eclipse season. We're still in this fog through the month, and you could feel like what you thought was the right thing to do maybe wasn't after all. It is a reassessment day, and pull back hard. Then on the 1st of October, Yin Water Rabbit, we're trying to negotiate and hit in conflicts. The rabbit is the enemy of the rooster. That's a metal wood conflict of elements. It's emotional and it's confrontational. So we come to that full stop on Tuesday. We're pulling back. whatever we got ourselves so boldly into on Monday needs a serious redirect. Again, feeling lost, like you went down the wrong road. And all of a sudden on Wednesday, you're trying to course correct and you can't. So don't even try. Don't even try to negotiate. It will turn into a confrontation. On Thursday, we have a yang wood dragon that says, now we can innovate. Now we can take the lead. We figured it out. Oh my God. We were going in the wrong direction. I had no idea. But I'm going to humble myself. Look at the people on my team. Look at my arrogance. Thank you, Rooster, for that medicine. And I'm going to express myself and intuit what needs to happen as a collective. And in that way, I can lead us forward with you all at my side, not behind me, at my side, all my wing people looking at me, and we're all like, literally, I am the bird, you guys are the wings, let's move forward because we found our true north. I'm so sorry we got lost in the beginning of the week and had all those conflicts. So it's a real opportunity. Then on Friday, we end the week with a double snake, yin wood snake at that, mirroring our year. And again, this is when we have the double snake with that rooster, feels very conflicted, or not conflicted, sorry, very psychic, very intuitive, very veils between the worlds thin. And then we come into, which I think is kind of a very interesting way to actually end this week, which has been a little, again, off-roading. Didn't mean to go off-road, but you're off-road in a minivan, not in a Jeep, right? And so you get to Friday and you've had this opportunity to really sit with all of it, intuit what is the medicine, what is the lesson of this week. And then on the 4th, we have a yang fire horse. This is a Saturday that is blaze a trail. Yeah, we got lost, but hey, maybe in getting lost, what we realized on Friday in our sitting of composting it all and intuiting the story of our week, we realized that what we need is to boldly, passionately, bravely course a new trail and free the talent, all the talents within you that you've been holding back from. Then on Sunday, the 5th of October is a yin fire sheep. And again, this is such a beautiful string of days. October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So innovative, such an opportunity to really create and express yourself in all ways, all ways. I'm just going to give you the tiny little tip of the last days of October. We have on the 6th a harvest full moon in Aries, very fiery full moon with a yang earth monkey semi-fire penalty. This feels very heavy-handed. It does feel like we are really cutting through things, and it could be a messy surgery, all right? We're coming down, closing up this chapter of September with a yin earth rooster on the 7th, Tuesday. This is super expressive. It's almost like after this whole month, you finally really know what you want to say, how you want to say it, what is that medium of communication for you. And the last day is a yang metal dog. It is militant. It is a government feeling. It is very heavy-handed on a collective, but it's also a day of justice. It is a day of harmonizing and standing up, speaking up, barking your truth, literally. And that closes out September. I thank you so much for being with me on this reading of our best and most challenging days. I hope this is helpful. And again, we break it down weekly and daily as well. Until next time, friends, please be well.